Imagine standing in a crowded room. The music is deafening. The bass is vibrating through your chest. You lock eyes with a stranger across the floor. How do you tell them you are interested?
Without saying a single word?
Your brain races. You shift your weight. A slight head tilt, a quick, vanishing smile. Did you invent these moves? No. Your ancestors perfected them over hundreds of thousands of years. Think about the world long before language. Long before poetry, love letters, or dating apps. Picture a cold, unforgiving landscape. The sun has set, leaving only the endless, terrifying dark. You are sitting near a warm campfire, much like the exaggerated primitive characters you might see in image.jpg. Across the flickering flames, someone catches your eye. You cannot
speak. Complex language does not exist yet. You cannot walk over
and use a clever pickup line. Your body has to do all the talking, and
it starts with the most expressive organ you have, the eyes. When you look at someone you find attractive,
your autonomic nervous system takes over completely. You have zero control over this. Your pupils dilate. They expand rapidly to let in more light. Why? Because your brain wants to gather as much visual data as possible about this potential mate. It is a silent, involuntary signal screaming across the firelight.
The person across the flame sees this. Their brain subconsciously
registers your dilated pupils as a sign of intense
focus. They stare back, but there is a massive problem in the wild.
A prolonged stare means danger. A predator stares intensely right before it strikes. How do you signal that your intentions are peaceful? How do you prove this is romance, not an attack?
You have to show vulnerability. You lower your chin slightly. You look up through your eyelashes. Then, you tilt your head to the side. This specific motion exposes your jugular vein. It is the most vulnerable part of your neck. You are telling them,
I trust you. I am lowering my physical defenses to invite you closer. Then comes the smile, but not a wide,
aggressive baring of teeth. In the animal kingdom, showing teeth is a threat. Instead, you offer a soft, asymmetrical smirk,
accompanied by a rapid raise of the eyebrows. Scientists call this the eyebrow flash. It takes less than a fifth of a second. It is a
microscopic greeting that bypasses logical thought and goes straight to the
primitive parts of the brain. You still do it. Today, when you spot a friend in a crowd, visual signals are just the opening act. The fire crackles. The wind howls outside the cave. They stand up and slowly walk toward
you. Notice their posture to show health, vitality,
and the ability to protect.
Humans take up space. Shoulders pull back. The chest opens up. They are broadcasting their physical fitness without flexing a single muscle. Even without words,
they are making a sound, a low hum, a soft, rhythmic vocalization. Without realizing it,
men naturally drop the pitch of their voices to signal higher testosterone. Women subtly raise theirs to signal higher estrogen. It is a biological symphony,
completely devoid of vocabulary. Now they step closer. They are just inches away. A completely new sense takes over. Scent. Today, we spend billions of dollars to mask our natural scent with perfumes and soaps. Your ancestors did not have this luxury, and they did not want it. Scent was the ultimate biological resume. As they stand near you, your olfactory system processes an invisible cloud of chemical signals. Pheromones. Your brain is actively scanning these odorless molecules. It is looking for a specific genetic signature. It wants someone with a dramatically different
immune system than your own. Why? Because combining two different immune systems ensures that your future
offspring will have the strongest possible defenses against ancient diseases. Your nose is literally
sniffing out a genetic match. If the profile is right, a switch flips in your brain. Dopamine floods your system. You feel a sudden magnetic pull. It feels like magic. It feels like destiny. But it is pure, calculated, evolutionary biology. What happens next?
You cannot ask them about their day. You cannot ask about their dreams or their career. You have to prove your value through action. In the prehistoric world, survival is a daily, brutal struggle. Starvation is always one bad hunt away. Offering food is the absolute ultimate declaration of affection. Imagine the scene. Earlier that day, you risked your life to scavenge a fresh kill. You are holding a piece of carefully roasted bone marrow. It is rich, calorie-dense, and incredibly rare. You are starving. Your body is screaming at you to eat it, but you do not eat it. You hold it out. You offer it to them. This simple act carries massive, undeniable weight. You are saying, I will sacrifice my own life energy for yours. I am a provider. I am a safe harbor in a brutal world. Think about modern dates. Why do you take someone out to an expensive dinner?
Why do you buy them a drink?
You are echoing the exact same ritual performed by figures in animal skins huddled around a prehistoric fire. The setting has changed to a fancy restaurant, but the primal code remains completely untouched. After the offering,
the distance between you finally closes. The final and most powerful step is touch. But it is not aggressive. It is meticulous. It is careful. It is grooming. Before soap, before mirrors, picking parasites, dirt, and ticks from someone else's hair was essential for survival. It was also deeply, profoundly intimate. They sit beside you on the cold ground. You reach out. You gently run your fingers through their tangled hair. The exact moment your skin makes contact.
A massive surge of oxytocin is released in both of your brains. The love hormone. It immediately lowers your heart rate. It reduces the stress of living in a dangerous world. It builds a deep,
unbreakable bond of trust. You sit there in the dark, performing this quiet, rhythmic task. Every touch is a sentence. Every stroke is a promise. You do not need words to build a relationship. Your hands speak volumes. But what happens when others are watching?
Flirting was not always a private affair in the dark. Sometimes it was a highly public performance. Imagine the entire tribe gathered around the central roaring fire. The rhythmic beating of sticks against hollow logs begins. Dance. Long before it was a form of entertainment, dance was a grueling physical test. It demonstrated stamina, coordination,
and vitality. You step into the light. You move your body in sync with the heavy rhythm. You are showing every potential mate that you are healthy, agile, and strong. You are broadcasting
your genetic fitness to the entire audience. The person you locked eyes with earlier steps into the circle. They join the dance. You begin to mirror each other's movements. When they step left, you step left. When they sway, you sway. This behavioral mirroring is a subconscious way of saying, we
are alike. We are in sync. We belong together. If you observe two people deeply in love sitting in a coffee shop today, you will see the exact same thing. They pick up their coffee cups at the exact same time. They cross their legs in the same direction. They lean in simultaneously. They are performing the ancient dance of mirroring, perfectly in tune without even realizing it. Every
single romantic gesture you make today has a prehistoric origin. The lingering, touch on the arm, the offering of your jacket when it is cold, the sharing of a dessert, the deep,
unbroken gaze across a crowded room. These are not modern inventions. They are ancient survival mechanisms,
refined and polished over millennia. Your brain is a time machine. It carries the legacy of thousands of generations who loved,
lost, and survived in a world completely without words. They navigated the impossible complexities of attraction using only the raw,
honest language of the human body. So, the next time you find yourself entirely speechless in front of someone you find
breathtaking, do not panic. You
do not need the perfect pickup line. Your body already knows exactly what to do. Just let the ancient
programming take over. Imagine standing in that crowded room again. The music is
pounding. You lock eyes. You do not need to say a single
word, because your ancestors already did all the talking for you.